Welcome, paid to promote Facebook group. If you want to join us live in the Zoom, check the header image. The Zoom ID is there. Go to zoom.us and put the URL in. You can join us live. We've got a few friends here that are members of the paid to promote group. We are all here because we are in business or looking to grow our business, grow our referrals, get more business, attract more business, do the things that we enjoy in our business, have fun. And I can say business a couple more times if it makes you guys laugh, but I think that's enough. Basically what I want to do here, if you're joining me, please ask questions. You have a link right now to this template prospect follow-up sheet. And inside of this, there are a few more links. So I'll spend the next few minutes showing you how this follow-up sheet works using the system that we've discussed over the previous 7 weeks here in the group. If you haven't seen any of that previous 7 week stuff, just check the announcements. It's some live videos, some live trainings, hopefully useful to you. If it's not useful to you, or if there's other things you're struggling with, ask away. We're looking to solve problems. So first 5 minutes, we'll go through what is this? What are we doing with this? What's the point of having this prospect follow-up sheet? And how can we use this in our business, no matter what that business is? Everything we're giving away here is hopefully, welcome, Corey. Got a whole bunch of friends here in Zoom. Thank you for joining us. If you didn't catch that earlier, you can grab the Zoom ID from the header and just join us right here in Zoom. We're doing these every Wednesday, little live training, a little bit of fun, try to keep the value forward with templates, swipes, scripts, giveaways. So inside of this template are a lot of those. And how we use this is really up to us in any business. But if you have an online business where there is a checkout system, then this can be implemented 100% in an automated sales funnel. A lot of this stuff can. If you have a coaching business or a more one-on-one business or a high-end, high-ticket sales business where an appointment is more appropriate before going for the sell, this can still be implemented, because here, what I use this prospect follow-up sheet for is just to generate appointments with people, get in a meeting, learn where we can connect and benefit their business. So there is a link right here in Facebook. It will give you access to this template. What are we looking at? Well, we all have our own daily routines. A simple half-hour routine that can really get you going is what we start with here. We want to make sure that we do this daily because consistency brings results, right? Motivation works best daily, I think, is what a lot of us have heard. Corey, I can hear you clicking away, so I'm going to mute you for now.
Sorry.
No worries. Everyone's welcome to chime in. I just, for Facebook or whatever, I'm just turn off the clicky noises. Okay, so pretty simple. We want to go through our 5 to 10 minutes of gratitude meditation. You can do all this every single day. You probably get it done in an hour. You'll just come up here, go file, make a copy. That's one of the things that we can be grateful about when we get into our mindset, removing the problems. Let's get into an open mindset where we can be grateful. I like to make a list of my 5 grateful things and 5 affirmations and 20 minutes of self-development book. Great. This isn't a prospect follow-up sheet, but I suggest that we do these things so that we're in the mood to talk to people and we have something to say to those people that we're talking to. The rest here is a little bit more about a social index, a social score. If you've joined me in the past, we talk about amplifying our social score and how we're going to impact people, whether it's on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, whatever our platform is that we truly own, wherever our brand is a powerhouse. We want to make sure that we're keeping goals, because if we don't measure, then how are we supposed to improve, right? So that's the simple part. Getting to the good stuff. One super bonus for you guys, I'll jump right ahead. We'll be up here so that the rest of these things make a lot more sense. What we're looking at doing is connecting with people at scale. Once we go through what we talked about in the previous weeks, going to my handy dandy rip off the wall whiteboard again, guys. We're basically trying to hit some milestones, right? We're trying to reach people, engage people, and convert them. And there's a promise that I'm giving you guys here, and that's that I'll help you with positioning and branding, messaging, scripting, and swipe files, and get you to a fully booked, predictable income based on your schedule and your ability to reach the ideal prospects at scale and continue to follow up with them. This follow-up part is a big part, and it's part of the messaging, scripts, and swipes, but it's a big part of actually the convert process. The rest of this, positioning your brand, building your list, creating your message, and connecting at scale must be done in that order before you can complete these steps. And so that's a lot of what's in the previous sections. And it's also what you can find here linked in the drive and in the follow-up scripts that are here. So what I'm telling you right now may seem a little bit, how would this really make a big impact in your business? If you do this every day, we're looking at just adding 5 people to your list and being able to connect with those people in a meaningful way. So how do we do that? I'll go somewhere and build a nice large list. And we use the tools that are here in the drive. You can get them in the access to the drive. Each of the tools, little growth development, Facebook hacks, plugins, Chrome plugins, tools, all this stuff have little videos with them and a little paper, so it'll have instructions for it. So I won't go super in depth there. But let's say we go somewhere where there's a ton of people that business owners, for me, I'm looking to work with other business owners to invite them to the group. So I will go to this sheet of members, and I'll pull all the members out of there, identify the top members based on maybe their position or location, things about their profile. We narrow that down, and then I'm going to connect to them. So as I use that tool, I'll actually get a list, and that list will give me the names and the profile URLs and whatever data I want to collect. But to use this in our prospect follow-up sheet, essentially, I want to, at scale, be able to have my brand, my list, my message, and connection requests so that people will actively seek me out instead of the other direction. So when we start building this here and building their list of profiles, what we're really looking at is dropping it into another one of these tools that's in the Google Drive here. This is a Chrome extension. If you're using Google Chrome, you can get access to the Facebook Auto Connector and the access to the Google Drive that you saw linked to the top. After you use the first tool, which will scrape data from the group, and you make a nice CSV of the prospects that you're interested in connecting with, you can send, by uploading this, you can send some requests pretty quickly. These aren't breaking Facebook rules because we're not actually manipulating any sort of Facebook code or anything like that. But again, you don't want to abuse this stuff. You don't want to do it too much at scale. I suggest you put 10 people on your list, maximum 100 people on your list, and you spend some time, 5-10 minutes between checks as you're going through things so you don't harm your profile, which is totally possible. If you start doing things that robots do on your Facebook profile, Facebook isn't going to like it. So don't be a robot, right? This is a tool for you to be able to identify who might be most interested in receiving information about your business or connecting them with other people that may impact their business. So cool, we go send a bunch of requests. They go out. We do this each week. You can see here, how many friend requests did you send? So here we are. Well, I know what today is, guys, but we'll pretend it's Monday. Sent 100 requests. Great. So next week, we want to make sure that we delete the old connection requests to people that didn't go the week before. But before we do that, what about the new connections, the friends we've made? What are we going to do with those people? How are we going to not forget about them? How are we going to actually make an impact, show up on their news feed, impact their business, help them receive the benefit of our products, whatever that may be for your business? Again, if you're selling, shoes online, it's easy to have a fully automated process that nurtures through some of the 6 steps of automation webinar that you'll find in the announcements here in the group. But also if you're just doing, I say just doing, that sounds really condescending. If you're doing coaching or consulting or something like that, then turn that off. This connection here can slowly be nurtured into that relationship. We don't want to drop our links. We don't want to go, hey, come buy my product. We want to identify those people, get permission. So we've added them to a list. We've now gone through using these tools, and we'll check that list. And you'll see here, I have this running right now, that I'm looking at people and I'm saying, did we connect? Well, no, you didn't. Error appears whenever you've got people. Facebook has settings where you can't add people unless you already have a friend that's on their list. And then we have some other ones, the ones I like to see, which are these green ones here. Now, oh, here's a wonderful name, guys. Okay, I know this person. I just know this particular name. This is a coach and trainer that teaches an awesome Facebook program specifically for LinkedIn and how to grow your business on LinkedIn. So I know this person would be potentially interested in meeting all of y'all and promoting their business here in the group. and finding a better way to build business, learning some of the same stuff we're learning here. So cool. I'm excited, but maybe we don't know that person. Maybe they're a stranger. We can now get a link, here to all these profiles. We'll just export this list, and now we can put that list wherever we like to manage it. But the easiest thing to do is just take this simple profile link here and paste it here. Or you can drag it up from the section here and put it where it goes, because these are new contacts. And I add the colors here, and you can just insert a new cell. If you make 10 friends on a Monday instead of 5, you just add a new cell. But from this point, we have reached out and connected to people. What do we say? How do we break the ice with somebody? For me, I have like a specific verbiage or stories, or it depends on who they are and where we met them. But for paid to promote, I'm grabbing a little script over here. I do something like, I'll add this comment so you guys have access to it. I came across your profile on this mutual group, and I thought you'd be interested in joining this exclusive community. Highly curated. We only invite your ideal prospects so that they know that they're in good company. And also, as you guys know, here with us, we are starting up the Feature Fridays. So we'll be interviewing people. We've got some podcasts that we're going to be on. We've got some live, group Zooms and stuff like that. And we're going to go ahead and nurture those relationships to bring it full circle. So we want to feature people that are also experienced, like Georgina that we just saw in that group. We really want to reach out to those people and have you who are joining us here get your message to the other members in the group as well. So here's a good way to break the ice. Hey, this is what I do. I'm a moderator over at this group. I'm a founder over at this group. If you have your own group, you're a founder at that group, right? And see if that moves the needle. Some people don't necessarily like that approach as much. You can go for a much simpler approach. Hey, I came across your profile. I thought we could benefit from being connected. Those things are here. We want to follow up. Hey, perhaps you missed the first message. It doesn't have to be pushy. It could be in the case of referral business. Do you like referrals? In the case of coaching, are you looking for ways to grow your business? Depending on what it is, it can be a follow-up or second follow-up message that nurtures that. And that's before we've ever connected. I don't spend a whole lot of time there, but it takes 7 touches, 7 connections to get the low-hanging fruit in a relationship. If you want to get a meeting with somebody, oftentimes it requires 7 times that you've interacted with that person before you'll ever get that meeting. We discuss a lot of ways to make that a faster track, like giving people things to help trust you, like white papers, newsletters, tutorials, trials, things like this template. It's useful in your business. Maybe the next time I go live, you'll check this out and you'll see what the thing is. If it's not useful in your business, you probably won't. So I try to make those things special to you guys. Again, you just hop in here, you'll go file, make a copy to make a copy of your own. You can access the group drive here. The group drive will give you access to things like business development tools, the templates, the homework for some of the bootcamp stuff setting up. If you're looking at the plugins, you'll dive right into the other folder here, and you can grab some of the Chrome plugins to do things like grab the profiles, links I was talking about, add the friends like we were talking about. There's other stuff, some stuff that we've built and stuff that friends have built, all the documentation's in there. All these tools are here in this template sheet. All you do, grab the template that was there on Google Drive that I linked in the chat, and you can book a one-on-one consultation with us here in the group. If you don't know exactly how to implement this in your business, we're happy to give you a hand up there. But I believe a lot of the instructions are fairly self-explanatory. Once we add people, we want to get permission. Just take this boilerplate, this template, and align that message to your goals. Hey, just curious, would you be open to some information on making additional income promoting your business, right? And that's what we do here in the Pay to Promote group. We want to show people how to make an additional income, how to build more business, how to promote their business better. And then once they say yes, we don't want to just give them our link. We don't want to just drop a bunch of, say like myself, I was meeting with someone earlier today, and I mentioned that I have over 30 income producers. It's hard to go, hey, would you like to do business together? Which one of these suits you? Join them all. Buy something. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't help anybody. What's a lot better is to get an appointment and to have a strategy when we're there in the appointment to best serve the person that we're with. So if we're not cut out to do business, have another person in our network that we can easily reach out to and provide that connection. Sometimes I meet people that I'm just not qualified to do business with them. And so I reach out to my superiors or mentors or things of that nature. People, sometimes I use that as a stepping stone. I've seen the work that you've done for other people. I've never worked with you. Here's somebody else that maybe we can have a mutual meeting. So always great for those that are networking. Those of us that are in business and working hard just to make sales, it's important that we don't forget the follow up. It's important that we don't be pushy and try to force something if it's not the right solution for somebody, because if they get the wrong results, it's not going to really take off for us. So I say go for this. There's a little bit of script there. When you have 5 minutes spare, when you're free, 10 minutes, set the appointment, get the appointment. At that appointment, that's where you'll go for the pitch or go for the sell on your product. We love our products. We care about what we're providing for people, the solutions. Have no shame in that. Make sure that you provide that for somebody if they're qualified. I work quickly to disqualify people faster than qualify them. That's why we look at the Chrome plugin, grab the group extractor. There's a little video in here, a little tutorial. You grab a huge list. You thin that list down by looking at what is the job position? What are the people that are most likely to need my product, right? If it's stay-at-home moms, it's stay-at-home moms, and they've put stay-at-home mom on their Facebook profile. It's really easy to identify that as your list of people that may be interested in your group about growing families, right? Where you ultimately have a challenge in that group that's a product pitch for one of your funnels or something. So to help grow your influence and grow your sales, it's easier to reach people at scale, but kind of flip the script and say, hey, take a look at my profile. I thought it may make some sense to connect. I thought you might benefit from this. Because if they really don't need your product right now, that 3% of people that might need your product, then they really don't need it. And they may need it later. So let's look at those next follow-ups. Let's try to get into the appointment. Once we get into the appointment, then that's when we start to look at what I mentioned earlier, the 6 steps of an automated sales funnel, 4 of which can be always automated, 2 of which cannot. So with that being said, I think everything's in here that we're going to need. I didn't check Facebook comments, so I suppose that would be fair. And everyone here in Zoom, I would love to hear your questions. Or any concerns you have. I know you have some questions. Get out of here. Exactly what I was looking for, Corey. Thank you. Okay, so no questions on Facebook, you guys. I will upload this to YouTube so that you can access it off of Facebook if that's not your thing. Also, these are great for those follow-ups. If you have people that you've invited to the group, this is a great time to message them and say, hey, here's a video, or hey, there's a discussion happening in the group that I couldn't help but think you might enjoy seeing. So if this has been valuable to you, please comment, like, etc. You cannot share because this is a private group. Invite your friends if you found the value, and we'll try to keep this up each week. I really appreciate you guys joining me here on Facebook Live. And if you have any questions, hop in Zoom. It's up at the top. I'm going to stop the live. See you at the top or to the left of you decimal for all my crypto lovers out there.